Right, today I'm going to introduce a new character. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this yet, what voice I'm going to use. It might be like a very, I don't know yet. I'm going to develop the character. Anyway, so for now, we're going to call it MasterChef. Or MasterChef is the idea, but I am stew artist. Stew artist basically makes stews. Now, I don't know if I can flip this around while I'm doing it. Probably can't. How do I do it? I have no idea, so I'm going to have to just show you. This is a lamb stew. Oh, this is never going to work. Anyway, so this is just a start. So let me just talk you through a few things. Right, my name is obviously stew artist, and that means that I am an artist when it comes to making stews. I'm about to drop the phone in the stew. I can see it happening, so I'm going to move away from that because I just know what I'm like. I'm going to throw the phone in, not throw it in, but it'll just fall, it'll jump in there out of my hand. I just know how it works. Anyway, so stew artist. So what I've discovered is that I actually know how to make stew really well. Stew and soups. And maybe like people's names do actually mean something. You know, I am stew art. It would imply that I am good at art. Well, I do dabble in art. And it would imply that maybe I know something about stews. Well, it's like I said, I've discovered I'm pretty handy with putting a stew together. Right, now, here's the tip. The first tip I'm going to give you is, if you're doing a nice lamb stew, you can always grab a mint tea bag. You know, mint tea. Put a mint tea bag in there. It's surprising. I use fresh mint at times, but seriously, there's a different flavour with a mint tea bag versus fresh mint, and you obviously can do both. You could put fresh mint in there and a mint tea bag, but if you put a mint tea bag in a stew, especially, see, in my house when we grew up, stews would last at least 3 days. My mum would make a big pot of stew, lamb stew. And it's very important that you put pearl barley in lamb stew. Pearl barley and lamb, there's a magic thing. Pearl barley, basically, anytime you get barley in something, you're getting lots of B vitamins. Now, what I've also discovered is that I like to use what we call in the trade, I'm not in the trade, it's fucking bullshit I'm talking, what I call a porridge base, meaning I use I make a porridge out of oatmeal, then add pearl barley and barley grouts to it. I don't even know what barley grouts are, but I throw it in there anyway. And I get all that going and stir it all up, and it's an amazing base. Now, I can go anywhere with that. I can then start adding tomatoes if I want and go very Italian and very Mediterranean. But what I'm starting out with is very Celtic. I'm thinking of the Scots people. I think in my ancestry, I've definitely got Irish in me. I've definitely got Welsh. That's been confirmed. I think I've got Scottish in me as well. Now, the Scots were the only people that the Romans couldn't defeat. I mean, so they're very, very tough people, the Scots. And so look at what they eat. Oats, barley, some grains. They're obviously going to eat lamb occasionally, sheep and lamb and all that stuff. But it's really the fat. I mean, haggis and stuff. Yes, it's a sheep's intestine, but it's putting ingredients into that, and it's basically primarily the fat. I got a thing about the lamb fat. I fasted for up to 38 days. I've gone 38 days without food, and the thing that I crave, my body craves more than anything, is lamb fat, like barbecue lamb chops or lamb shanks or lamb neck. Anyway, so this is just me personally. Anyway, so mint in with the lamb. You always have mint jelly and stuff, like usually, not always mint jelly, but we did. Like if you make lamb stuff, you often put mint and stuff together in a gelatine, and my mum would do that. I don't actually know how to make it, but I'm going to learn all this stuff. I think I'm going to become like a master chef. Anyway, what I'm doing next, I've got an apple turnover that I bought, and I'm now going to absolutely sort this out. What am I going to sort it out with? Sour cream. Sour cream's going in there, and 2 types of milk. Oatmeal, remember I said about oats and oatmeal? I'm going to put oatmeal in there, and I'm also going to put in there regular cow's milk. But it's not regular, it's actually grass-fed. Now, this is annoying to me that people nowadays have to go grass-fed, because that's not how it's meant to be. Cattle are meant to be on the common land. They're meant to eat thistles and plants like flowers and daisies and grass and everything else. And where I grew up in Cambridge, well, a place called St Neots, it's near Cambridge, 18 miles away, 1 and 8 is 9. So 18 miles away I grew up in a place called St Neots, and on the common there used to be a pond that was all stagnant water. It smelt terrible, but the cows used to love going in there. They'd drink the water and eat all the like duckweed and stuff off the top. They'd eat some of that, but they drink the water. And what you realise is they're getting bacteria, aren't they? All that stagnant water with all the bacteria and all the pond life is going into the cow's guts. Now, a cow has 4 stomachs because obviously it's like it can't, it's really hard to process plants. Everyone's like, oh, we should all be eating plants. Well, yes and no. I mean, cows have to, they've developed 4 stomachs for that shit. So anyway, my point is that if we had cattle that lived the way they did when I was a young boy, that's why the milk tasted different when I was young. They were eating different things. They were eating more healthy. Anyway, this has been the start of a new character. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with this voice at the minute. I might have to develop something. Because it seems too normal. I mean, I've got like MasterChef. What would I be like if I was a MasterChef? I don't know. Who, like that Gordon Ramsay guy, he's like mean, isn't he? He's a bit like Billy Duffy. Not that Billy Duffy's mean or Gordon Ramsay. I mean, they just come off as like, they look a bit like each other, don't they, really? Nah, not really. I don't know, it's a bit of a stretch. But anyway, you know what I'm getting at. Anyway, so this has been the first instalment of a new character. And this new character is Stew Artist, the MasterChef. Thank you. Bye.